Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
And welcome back to the Misfits podcast, rated 5 stars on iTunes by Hajaka Min. He says, don't laugh at his
Beautiful
name.
pronunciation.
Do not laugh at
Okay,
his
I'm sorry.
name.
I didn't mean
Was
it.
that
I didn't mean it.
It's probably foreign or something. All right, don't laugh. It's
or
racist.
something.
This podcast gave me back my virginity. Good
What
for
the
you.
fuck?
Glad he found it. Fuck.
I know you can
Holy
do
How
that.
long
shit.
was it lost for?
I don't know.
Congrats.
He also says, hopefully my uncle doesn't take
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh, fuck.
Should have finished the review before I
Yeah.
applauded.
Before the uncle finished.
Do you know you can get your
Yeah.
hymen stitched up to redo your virginity?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Huh?
what's a hymen? Isn't that like hymen maneuver? Like the when CPR?
I'm going to give you a hymen maneuver in a minute, Jay, all
Oh my
right?
god. Yeah.
Give me the old Heimlin.
Stop. Everyone just stop, okay? Just regather your
Take
thoughts for a minute.
few steps back.
This is Jay, a.k.a. McCreamy.
Hi, how's it going, everyone?
This is Big Boy Matty.
Sup, cuties?
This is Toby on the telly.
Yeah.
Why do you always do it awkwardly when I introduce you? Why do you gotta do that?
You just.
Social anxiety.
Sorry.
And I am Fitz, a.k.a.
What the fuck? You aren't allowed to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
a.k.a. White Steph Curry, a.k.a. Scuffed
I
Eminem,
like that one.
a.k.a. Scuffed Kenny Beats,
Scuffed Joe Rogan.
a.k.a. Scuffed Joe Rogan.
You know what I get?
What?
I get Andy Milanakis.
In the comments?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my god.
Aw.
I saw one comment that was like, Jay is the goofiest looking motherfucker on earth. I had to agree.
We're all pretty goofy, let's be
Yeah.
completely honest. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of comments saying that I look like a white Steph Curry, so I was like, I just gotta bring it up.
To embrace it.
Who is Steph?
He's
Curry?
a basketball player. How do you not know the
He
name
does-
Steph
no,
Curry?
See, I know the name, and if I had to guess, I would have said basketball player, but I wasn't sure. I thought he could have been a rapper.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I can't even fucking remember what team he
Sounds
plays
like
for.
an Indian
'cause,
dish.
Steph Curry.
You want some Steph Curry?
Brought to you as always by gamersubs.gg, code Misfits, powering the podcast as always. Thank you very much.
We won't
Very
have a
nice.
10-minute ad this time.
We
sorry.
will not. We actually don't have any ads this week.
I know.
Except for
Ooh.
Gamers
How
Subs.
exciting.
Except for just the one we
How are we
did.
going to fill up the
Broke.
time?
Except, I will just say real quick, guys, that we are making a podcast clips channel.
Oh.
This is important, Toby, so please don't insult me with your yap, yap, yap little gesture there, okay? It's important that they hear
I'm
this.
talking back to the teacher now.
this guy.
The channel will be linked in the top of the description on YouTube. It is the podcast clips, so we're going to take like little segments where we talk about things that are funny or important and put them on that channel.
Yeah, so if you're a millennial who doesn't have the attention span for a podcast,
Thank you.
then
That's
watch
me.
the clips instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every podcast does it, so we figured we
Yeah.
should probably just copy the
Yeah.
traditional formula.
Yeah, we just want to make lots of money.
And yeah, if you're listening
Yeah.
to the audio of this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we love you. But make sure you check us out on YouTube every now and then, guys, because we have
Yeah.
started recording these on video, and it's pretty epic. You know what
Get
I'm
our
saying?
watch time up so we're promoted more.
Of
It's
course.
Pretty
Just
arousing.
get some
We
gamer
like that.
subs, get that attention span up, watch the full podcast.
That's right.
There we go.
And if
True.
you
All you need.
feel like it, if you really feel like it, support us on Patreon. We have a bunch of different tiers that
We
all
do.
offer different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, go over there.
And let's just
and
say that
you
if you
want-
do support us on Patreon, you'll be in tears.
Yes.
Laughing in tears.
Laughing in tears.
Laughing, yeah.
Yeah,
Not laughing,
sad.
not crying.
Every week we do like a 20, 30-minute pre-show for the Patreon.
The one we just recorded is, do you even want to describe that?
Well,
Give him a little hint
this
of what
is-
happened.
well, let's
this week.
talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about
We'll
feel
talk
like we
about
should,
it.
yeah.
So basically, it's our editor Mitchell's birthday today as we're recording this.
Yeah,
He's over
that's
there
true.
right now. We're ignoring him because honestly, fuck that guy. And unbeknownst to us, manager Ryan and I
knew.
presume the rest of the staff organized a stripper to come in as we were filming the Patreon pre-show podcast. So Mitch was just over there, and all of a sudden they come over with a birthday cake. He blows out the candles, and then a stripper literally
Well,
comes
no,
over.
No.
Yeah, the stripper had the
stripper
cake.
was holding the cake.
The stripper was holding the cake.
So a woman holding a cake dressed up as a skanky police officer.
Oh, naughty.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Good word.
Walked up and got him to blow out the candles and then proceeded to disrobe
Yes, in front of
I was
Mitchell.
scared.
She rubbed her titties on his face. She
to
did
the
it.
tune of Party in the USA.
Yes, by
It
Miley
was a
Cyrus.
special request by Mitchell to play Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
I haven't seen the footage yet because it just happened, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure if the Patreon is actually going to see video footage of the lap dance itself.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they do, it's probably, I guess it'll be censored, or maybe it won't be.
I don't know.
Because like it's,
Who knows?
it's,
Anything goes,
it's not
I
on
guess.
YouTube, right? It's like
I'm
on.
pretty
Think of all the
sure-
Twitch girls that put
yeah.
everything on Patreon. The nudes
pretty
and shit.
sure-
We're fine.
Pretty sure on Patreon you're allowed to show anything that isn't full nudity.
Yeah.
So if we show her
It's
actually
art.
taking her clothes off, but not the full nudity, I think it's fine.
It will blur the titties
Mm-hmm.
because there's for the kids.
Yeah.
Misfits is for the kids.
Oh,
Guys.
that's true. Good point.
Never thought I'd have to do that someday. Fucking call up a place and order strippers. I was just like, oh hey, I'm
You
like,
called?
yeah,
Is it like?
Oh, was I the only one who didn't know about the stripper?
yeah.
No,
NJ.
I didn't know either. But is it like when you call up? Is it like ordering like pizza or something? Like when you call up,
Pretty
like,
much.
can
I had no
have one?
expectations. I'm just like, oh,
please.
hi. Do you have any?
Pepperoni nipples.
Do you have any services available for tomorrow? I'm like, oh, okay. 6 p.m. Yeah,
No,
I can pay cash. Thank you.
You did it all wrong. You're supposed to be
Fuck,
like,
that's easy.
yo, can I get a Tiffany with extra pepperoni, please? And then they'll be like, yeah, right away. It arrives
Good
at
old pizza
What about
box.
those good old pepperoni nipples? I like them.
Oh my God. Stop.
Jeez.
Stop.
Not that tiny shit.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable, but it was great. And yeah, if you want access to that exclusive video footage, you can buy any of the tiers on Patreon and you'll
if
have
you want
access.
to jack off to us jacking off, but you can't see us jacking off, but you
No.
just know what's happening.
You know what's
Tiny
happening.
hero
That's why we got
of
this
it.
table.
Then yeah, that's why you go to the Patreon.
Of course.
Yeah.
Guys, last week was an interesting episode. Hey?
Very.
Yeah, I just want to start off the podcast by saying that was all a joke. We just really
Pride
wanted
Month's
to
over.
relate to some
Let's
people
back
over
you
Pride
up.
Month.
We wanted some
Yeah.
clickbait.
It was all a joke.
We needed some clickbait. We needed some
Psych!
Psych.
That's-
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a joke.
Oh.
He
Oh,
was.
you weren't joking.
He
Oh.
was serious.
Oh, so he's.
And, I've actually been informed that after that podcast, I'm going to have to leave the Misfits.
Yeah, sadly,
it's a little, uncomfortable.
It's
now.
not really on brand.
sadly, Toby will have to be leaving the Misfits because let's be honest, like shit's kind of whack.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
We don't really
Uh,
accept men without penises.
That's right.
Well, yeah, so
Yeah, and
Do,
you did
do
go
I
in.
have to sit next to him, or can I move down
You can
over
move,
there?
you can take some
Yeah.
space if you.
Oh, okay.
You can have like a
I
radius.
just come in next week with like a whole hazmat suit.
Oh my god.
I dress up like the guys from like Monsters Inc.
To anyone who's not aware, let's talk about last week's episode because obviously we're joking right now. Last
Yeah.
week's episode was a very serious, but I think very wholesome episode.
It was.
It was very
wholesome.
awesome.
Toby kind of talking about his sexuality and gender and his identity, I suppose.
gang.
It's pretty lit. During the podcast
Fair enough.
itself, I was kind of like panicking that it was like not going to be good. And afterwards, you remember I said to you, I was like, man, I feel like I kind of fucked up. I feel like I should have asked better questions.
But in
I think
reality,
you handled it very
super
well.
wholesome.
Yeah, I looked back at I watched it back and I was like, oh man, actually that was a pretty. It was raw, like for sure, and it was kind of intense at times, but it was a good episode, I think, and the comments definitely enjoyed it as
A lot
well.
of support.
It was all support pretty much.
Yeah, all
Bar
support.
like literally 2 comments that I saw.
I mean, you get the odd
Those are
comments
the two
like,
you remember, though. It's always the negative ones, you know.
No, but but you know, 2 is fucking minuscule.
It was
And
fair to
someone
that, yeah.
brought up to me. I was watching my friend Will's stream, and he was like, yeah, I saw the like dislike ratio, and that kind of speaks for itself. And I was like, that's a good point actually. There was like no dislikes.
such a sick ratio.
The ratio.
That's a
is
dope
all
ratio,
you're looking
dog.
for.
For people who are unaware, just recap for us, Toby, about what you told us last week, I guess, and
Basically, I said I want to be a woman.
so I guess it was kind of coming out as trans. Would you call it
Yeah.
that? I guess,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. It feels weird to
Yeah.
say now because like, but
Yeah,
I
it's-
guess it's trans. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So we accepting over here.
It's
boy.
so uncomfortable.
Not boy.
Did you have any like feedback that you wanted to kind of
Okay,
talk about?
the
or?
main question people were asking was about pronouns.
Yes.
I just want to say,
Yeah, I just fucked that up.
I just want to
I'm proud of
say,
you, man.
I don't care. When I don't think it's that important. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I just think it's a lot of pressure to put on someone to be like, hey, you have to. I know for 20 years of my life you've called me this. Now I need you to refer to me as this. I
Yeah.
just feel like it's kind of a lot.
I think that like I've always been of the opinion that if I had a friend that ever was trans and they like talked to me about it and they were like, yo, I would really appreciate it if you'd like make an effort to start
Yeah.
referring me by these pronouns, that I'd be okay with that.
I agree
You
with
know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's understandable why people are asking a question because it's obviously a pretty big thing for some people.
I like. I've noticed.
Matt just bumped his mic and he's now leaving the show. Matt, it's been fun having you. He's never coming back. Sorry, go on.
I've noticed from like streams and Twitter and stuff that when people call me she or her, it feels nice.
Sure.
But I
good.
also just like don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's a scary thing
if-
sometimes.
I'm not going to be offended if someone calls
Oh,
me
yeah.
he or anything.
I think a big reason that there's a lot of stigma towards trans people is because of the social justice warrior element
Yeah.
and because like of trans activists who maybe aren't trans themselves. You talked about them kind of like last
Yeah,
week, how
yeah.
people would get mad at you even though they didn't have any experience. They were just
Yep.
they were just getting mad for other people,
Yep.
and it kind of just creates
Oh, I
this
hate
clip.
that. Where
Like-
people get like offended
Reddit
just for the sake of it.
psychologists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's funny how there's like there's like idiots on the end of either spectrum. There's idiots on the conservative, like hyper, like fucking, it's not God's way kind of side of the spectrum, and then there's also people on the more highly liberal side of the spectrum who just take it way too far and kind of make it into a
they
big deal
get
all
to the
the time.
point where they're so supportive that they're ruining shit.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just
Yeah.
let people be, you know?
Yeah,
like
Let them be themselves.
everything doesn't have to be about this, you know?
Yeah.
Like just because you've come out as trans doesn't mean that every conversation is going to revolve around it or
Yeah, that was
anything's
going
to change.
That's
you
what
know?
I was worried about. I was like, I don't want my stream to just become people talking about trans stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it will be
just-
for a while.
Yeah, it will be
obviously.
for a little
Yeah.
bit, but
You still just want to do your own thing and just be yourself. and do
yeah,
everything.
exactly. I don't want anything to change. It's
Yeah.
just,
Everything
I'm
stay
still
normal.
me.
That
Sure.
was pretty
Yeah.
much the crux of the conversation.
I'm
Was just
still
you being
me. I
yourself.
just want a pussy.
Yeah. I
Let's go.
think another question was like how, like whether you were going to follow through with hormones or the therapy or the surgery or whatever.
yeah.
And I think like you're not really ready to make that decision yet, are you? Is that kind of
Well,
what
I
you
mean,
came?
I've emailed a psychiatrist
Right.
that specializes in it, so I can have that discussion.
You do that like this week after the episode, or was that beforehand?
I did it yesterday.
Oh, cool.
I think I did it after I saw all the support on Twitter.
Right on.
And I was like, this is lit. But I don't really know. I mean, the one thing that's interesting is like, I mean, I feel like I could just get the surgery and take the hormones, but still kind of do everything the exact way that I've been living my... Shut the fuck up!
quiet on set, motherfuckers. Goddamn
we can-
employees talking
we can
over
hear
there.
them.
I don't know if the audience can hear him. Go on. Sorry.
But I mean, I carry on living the way, like doing everything the way I've been doing it and acting the way I've been. I mean, obviously I'm not going to change the way I act, but
Of
like,
course.
Even still necessarily come across as a dude, and I don't really think that would bother me. I just think it's more about like me liking how I am. you know?
Yeah, I
That's all that
mean,
matters.
a big theme of last episode was just talking about how much time you have, you know, and I think that you have all the time in the world to take it slow and at your own pace, or or take it fast if you want to later on, like it's whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, it's important. I think that like some people might have been worried that this podcast was going to change or that your content was going to change.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's-
that's not going to
We
happen.
just want to reassure people that that's not the case.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know.
And I mean, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this stuff on this podcast because it might seem that way. But, funny thing, my mum, she has told me once, she's like, you don't post enough on Instagram. And because of that, she actually follows a bunch of the stans. So for anyone who doesn't know, stan is like, it's like stalker fan. So it's like the really big fans that kind of...
It also comes from the Eminem song
Yeah.
Stan about a crazy fan, I think, right?
Yeah. So they have, a lot of them have like Instagram accounts that revolve around one of the Misfits or all of the Misfits and stuff like that. So my mum follows a bunch of them.
No, they're the worst accounts to follow.
But,
No offense. Kind of cringes me out a little bit.
but you can see it from a mum's
Oh,
perspective.
sure.
you know?
It's that's hilarious.
But
My
I-
brother follows some of those accounts and like makes fun of me.
No. Oh, no.
Because I knew that mum followed them, I was like, all right, I know that mum is going to find out about what was talked about on the podcast because people are going to post about it. People are excited about it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of just like, I'm not going to say anything to her. I'm just going to wait until she notices it and then contacts me and is like, hey, what's this? Because like, I talked about it on the podcast, like I have told my parents, but I told them when I was like 16 and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, didn't have a single conversation about it for the rest of however long I've been alive. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And it's because I am super uncomfortable talking about personal shit with my parents. I don't know why it is. I just can't talk to my parents about shit like that. So yeah, anyway, that's that. So mum texted me today and was like, hey, I just saw what a bunch of people posting about what was said on the podcast. And she goes, hey, Tobes, been reading some of the talk about the latest podcast. Just want you to know that I support you no matter what. And I love my little Toby regardless of shape, form, or gender.
I love
Oohs
that.
in the chat.
Yeah,
Oohs.
I love that.
Yeah, it's
love
pretty
that.
wholesome.
Jay thought I should read that.
Yeah, that was just too wholesome to... Oh.
And it's a wholesome message. That's epic. I'm glad. It went super well, I feel. And
Yeah.
it's cool. I don't know. It's
We
just-
stand a supportive family.
don't you start.
Now I wonder... Now the Stan accounts know my mum follows them.
Oh, they're gonna
Oh,
like
my
go
God.
through
Just
everyone and
You know, my mum actually wanted to. She was like, I kind of want to make an Instagram account about you.
Just Toby's mom.
And I was like, look, you can do whatever you want. I don't care what you do. I'm not going to tell you not to do something, but I don't think you should.
Mm.
And
Bad
she was like, okay, if you don't think I should, I won't.
You just want some of that clout, boy.
Leech.
Yeah, I mean, my whole family's kind of like that. Like whenever, like,
Yeah, wasn't your sister like selling spoons or something like that?
yeah, we
Oh
talked
my
about that. My
God.
little sister sold a spoon, but
Sold a spoon that was used by us.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
These spoons are from the Misfits house.
which was not like there's like a
There's no way.
0.1% chance that a single Misfit has used it. I don't even think I would have used it.
It'd be funny if like just one of our editors used it or something. Like, it wasn't even us.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my family loves like if I post an Instagram photo when I'm visiting them or something, it's like, hey, can I take the photo so you can tag me or something?
Yeah.
They love that shit.
You're all a bunch
awesome.
of dirty clout chasers.
Yeah.
Even you, Toby.
Oh, I love clout.
Cool. Well, yeah, that's that. That was an epic
That's
episode
that.
last week.
Was.
I want to talk about Minecraft.
I also wanted to talk about
Yes.
Minecraft.
Yay, let's
yeah,
do
the
it.
Minecraft Monday. How'd
on
that
the
go?
rise.
Yeah,
Dude,
well,
so much.
I was gonna talk about it last week because last week me and Swagger competed in Minecraft Monday.
Yeah, but some stupid asshole took up the whole podcast with some bullshit.
Frankly, like selfish. Like it was,
Fucking selfish,
it was
right?
weird, right? It was uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
Kinda hurt me a
So
little
Matt,
bit.
if you could stop doing that.
But yeah, so yeah, Minecraft Monday, for those of you who don't know, is a tournament organized by none other than Keemstar himself, the gnome that some people love and some people hate.
Oh, I'm a gnome. You are now blocked by Keemstar.
He's organized this little like Minecraft Hunger Games tournament, which
it's,
is like
it's not a new thing, is it? It's like a reincarnation of an old thing.
Yeah, well, Minecraft Hunger Games is like a battle royale in Minecraft. It's kind of almost the original
It is,
battle
it really
royale.
Yeah,
is.
a lot of people claim that it was the OG battle royale.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, I
Yeah,
think
but-
it was like the Arma 2 mod originally, but I feel like the most popular one was the Minecraft.
Yeah.
It was
Hunger
big.
Games.
I feel like, was Minecraft Monday a thing a while ago, though?
I don't think so.
No.
Because I saw
No.
someone posting videos. It was like comparing James Charles from like a really old Minecraft Monday and this.
Well,
most recent
James
one.
Charles used to be a Minecraft YouTuber,
Maybe it was,
and he used to
maybe
make,
that was what the
I think,
clips
Hunger Games
Really?
videos.
So
Okay.
wait, did he actually stream the event himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
On
shit.
were.
Twitch.
Yeah, he and PewDiePie were in a
Well, that was
team.
this week. So
Okay.
last week was the first week. It was kind of
Yeah.
more of a test run. I can't. I think Ninja played in that.
Mhm.
So he was probably the biggest streamer.
Ninja and Mr. Beast.
Ninja
fuck
Mr.
me.
Beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ninja
That's
Mr.
the
Beast
team
were on
right
a
there.
team. Call Me Carson was in it with his buddy Jay Schlatt.
Oh.
And me and Swagger were in it. And then there was just like a bunch of like OG Minecraft YouTubers. Captain
Agent
Sparkles. I think Skydives Minecraft was in there.
Why wasn't Strawberry Jam in there? What the fuck?
Yeah,
So
what
there's
the
a bunch
fuck?
of other irrelevant guys in there too, but you know, they did their own thing.
But yeah, it was kind of cool. It was just a whole bunch of people coming together, some who had a background in Minecraft and some who didn't, and just playing this kind of like competitive last team standing arena
Yeah,
Minecraft.
sounds like a
thing.
lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Last week was, I mean, we didn't do very well, me and Swagger, to put it bluntly. We put in a good effort, but when you're up against people who played for like a living
And
who
like
were-
did that as YouTube.
Yeah.
some of them were actual pros at this shit and had like
Yeah.
a lot of experience. So like there was no chance in hell that we were gonna win. But it was just a good time to fuck around
Yeah.
with. And
Yeah.
I
Some
feel
of
like
the
Minecraft's
clips.
such a good game for like bringing a bunch of communities together
yeah.
for like all across YouTube. People like Ninja, Mr. Beast, James
Yeah.
Charles.
well, almost everyone has some experience with Minecraft or they know what
Yeah,
it
they,
is.
they've heard about it.
Except
Yeah.
this
guy.
Everyone.
You've never played
I've
Minecraft,
heard
have
of
you?
it. I've never played it.
This
but
guy has never played Minecraft. Fun
I
fact.
can't believe it.
It's actually
I know,
insane.
I know. Exposed. Oh wow. I've
You
never
should
played
really,
Minecraft.
you should really make a video with the
Yeah.
title "My First Time Playing Minecraft."
That's absolutely what
because
I'm gonna do.
it's like I think Quackity on his second channel made a video called "My First Time Trying McDonald's," and you see that you're like, "What the fuck? Who hasn't had McDonald's?" I think that's
Yeah.
kind of like the same thing.
Yeah.
Like people,
Because I'm like such a sweaty gamer, and I've never played like one
Yeah,
of the
I mean, Minecraft
original-
is like the most
Say
popular
Minecraft
game of
doesn't
all
take
time.
skill.
yeah. So probably I don't know.
I-
Wouldn't have a clue.
I didn't really play Minecraft when I was younger either, and I've been
Yeah.
streaming it a lot lately because it's just been, I'm so sick of every other game, and I started playing
Same,
Minecraft. I was
yeah.
like, this is kind of fun,
right?
and God, my Twitch chat hates me.
Really?
'Cause
Wait, really?
I just make
Oh,
like
yeah.
the-
Oh, yeah.
I
So
can
just
imagine.
fucking, like,
Yeah.
brand new guy
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my chat got very frustrated with me, and I presume Swagger as well, for not being good at Minecraft Hunger Games. There was a time in this week's episode, this week's stream was with PewDiePie and James Charles, by the way. That's what we were referring to earlier. So it was like a much bigger kind of event.
Was this the one where Carson asked Ninja if he liked?
No, that was
That was
dick
last
and
week.
balls?
Carson has this obsession with the dick and balls meme.
Hey,
Which
you
is-
like cock and balls, Ninja?
Which I think that meme kind of originated from this like really ironic subreddit called OK Buddy Retard, where
Oh my God,
they
yeah.
just post these like memes that are so dripping with irony that it's basically not even comedy anymore. It's just like it's pretty funny though. And he was like the entire event just asking various people if they like dick and balls, So he like jumps into our
love it.
voice chat. He's like, "Hey, Fitz and Swagger, you guys like dick and balls, huh? You like cum, huh, guys? You like dick and balls?" and you were like, "Okay, yeah, it's pretty funny." And then he went into Ninja's VC and asked Ninja, the man himself,
How
front
many
of his-
viewers on
Oh.
stream?
in front of
too?
all his viewers, like, "Hey, Ninja, you like dick and balls?"
And he's like, no, I only like balls.
And
You know what that resulted in?
Ninja hosted
Ninja
it.
hosting
Yeah.
Carson.
Well,
Look at
Ninja rage quit real early on
Oh, really?
because he tried to open a chest with a block above it.
Yeah.
Classic Minecraft prank. And some of the chests where you get loot, there's like a block above it, so like it looks like a chest, but you can't get in. And he like couldn't open it, and then he died. He was like, "Fuck this, guys! I'm tired. Gonna end the
Yeah.
stream." Fair enough. He'd been
Can't do
streaming
this.
for a
Can't
little
do this.
while. It was fair enough. Like it wasn't really like he was that mad.
So can you
but,
not like break the blocks in the game?
You can
Not in
you
the
can-
Hunger Games
ac-
mode, like it's disabled.
No, you can break blocks, but they appear like a second later. But I think it was like a
Okay.
cobblestone, and he had to
Yeah.
do it with his fist, so it would have taken like.
How long were the games, by the way?
So there were 10 rounds on different
Yeah.
maps. Each game lasted maybe 20 minutes. I want to say.
Well, that's not bad.
For me and Swagger, it lasted more like 5 again,
Yeah.
because we weren't very good. But it was a good time. It was pretty well organized. And yeah, PewDiePie and James Charles was a very interesting combo this week. I watched a little bit of James Charles's VOD on Twitch, and it was his first time ever streaming as well. So he was kind of nervous.
How
and
many
like,
viewers did he have?
Cunt has
out of
the
curiosity?
shittest mic.
yeah, he had like a headset mic, and it was so loud. He's like, "Sisters!"
Run, James Charles.
Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play.
And PewDiePie the whole time was like, "James Charles, no, don't do that. Don't fall in the lava, James Charles." It was pretty good.
Does he just freak out whenever there's a bridge?
PewDiePie.
Yeah.
I presume internally there's a little bit of PTSD there. PewDiePie and James Charles did not last very long either. They, I think, died pretty early on a lot of the time. At one point, James Charles was alone. His partner, Felix, had died. And like he ran into these, I think they were Minecraft YouTubers. I'm not entirely familiar with them. And they started like throwing loot at him and like teaming up with him and like giving him
shit.
gear and shit.
Nice.
And we were watching this like, not going to happen. You can't have this kind of like shenanigans
cheating.
happening. You can't be cheating.
You snitched on them?
I didn't snitch, no.
Ooh,
But,
good.
Nice snitch.
I
Wait,
was like-
so James was struggling?
yeah, well,
Yeah,
he
he's
hadn't
a
played in a
bot.
while, dude.
Yeah, I guess
He's a
that's
bot.
true.
He is a bit of a bot.
He
Sister
used
bot.
to, 'cause,
Guy
like,
who's never played Minecraft shit talking.
he used to be
Sister bot.
huge into Minecraft, right?
Yeah,
I
big
think.
time. Yeah, he was a full-on like nerdy
So
little...
many people play Minecraft.
But I guess
back in the
Minecraft
day,
is
it's
such a
crazy.
different game from what it was when it first came out.
Yeah, I mean, you get rusty. So, but yeah, I mean, it was very funny. And it's going to keep going on every week, I guess. So until it gets old.
Be big. Could be massive.
So tune in next week to my stream, twitch.tv/Fitz.
I want to try and do it one week.
I have to wake up at 4 a.m. for this shit because it's on American time zones. It starts at
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was the worst thing about Friday Fortnight.
it
Just waking
kills
up
me.
like so early.
how early did you wake up for Fortnite? That's
same
like,
same time.
isn't that started at like 6 though?
No, it was. We had to be up earlier though, because
Yeah.
to get some prac in. but-
Yeah, you got to wake up at 4 a.m. in Australia, and then like I'm just out of it. I'm
Very
like, oh my god, dude!
Good thing you have gamer subs.
That's honestly my savior.
Misfits.
That is my savior for the streams because I wouldn't have gotten through it without any gamer subs. It was good. Yeah, Minecraft's really making a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I get hella viewers when I stream it.
Yeah,
absolutely
People
cash
fucking
in
love
on the
it.
ad
My
revenue.
mic's doing the thing your mic was doing.
it
last
always
week.
happens when we start it. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it. It'll be
yeah.
fine. It always sounds better in post. Tomorrow I'm playing SMP Live, which is survival multiplayer
Yeah.
live. Call Me Carson has kind of brought this back, him and his gang of goons, as I
Gang of
like
goons,
to
I like that.
refer to them. It's a very interesting concept. It's something that happened back in the day. I think Minecraft did it, which was like basically just a group of Minecraft YouTubers, and they all had this big server and collabed. But Carson and his friends have kind of brought it back with a twist where you can donate on Twitch. Like every streamer will have a set amount. For me, I don't know what it will be, but like let's say it's like $20. Someone donates you $20, they could be like kill Carson or kill Jay Schlatt or kill someone.
Oh, okay.
And then they will like you have no choice. That's the hit. You have to go and
Oh,
kill that
okay.
person,
Holy shit.
That's all
or
commitment.
be
That's
like,
so cool.
or they'll give you like $50 and they'll be like pour lava in his base, and you'll have to go pour lava in his base. So it's just a bunch of streamers. You have to be live while you're playing on the server. So
Yeah.
all these streamers are playing on the
Oh,
server.
okay.
They're all live on Twitch, all of different sizes. So like it's like maybe 40 to 50 people, and they're all just fucking with each other the entire time. So
Good idea.
I'm looking forward to
That'd be
playing
fucking
that.
fun. to
Yeah.
watch.
I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it or if it's going to go well, but
I've had a lot of people come into my because I've been streaming Minecraft a lot. A lot of people have been coming to my chat being like, "You should play on Carson's server." And the reason I didn't want to play on it is I just feel like I wouldn't enjoy going onto a pre-established server. Like I feel like if I was gonna play Minecraft with a bunch of people, I'd want to start fresh.
Yeah,
Well,
you'd
I-
have to like all start together. You
Yeah.
know? That's part of the experience.
I think that when I join the server, I'm going to have to start from scratch. I mean, they might
Yeah.
help me out, but I'm still going to be chopping trees and building a
That's
base
true.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool that you join in the server and there's a bunch of people who've already set up these like fucking. I mean, these guys are memers, so they've got all kinds of crazy shit on the server.
Yeah.
But, and then you got to carve out your own little space and just wait until people build a trap by your front door and you try and go home one day and you fall into a pit of fucking lava.
The only thing that would piss me off about that game, I don't know much about it, but I feel like the rebuild once you die would just piss me off.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like if you get heaps of shit, then you just lose it all.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters that much. Like,
Just don't die.
loot's
True.
pretty bountiful. Like, it's really not about having lots of diamonds. I don't think it's more just about. I think there's limits to how much you can fuck with people. Like, you're never
Okay.
going to come home to your house that you spent like
every
months working
single
on and
night
it's
Yeah.
gone.
on you.
Like, these guys are all streamers and they all want
It's
the
not like
server to-
Rust. You know, they have
Yeah.
like standards.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
not just gonna like kill you, kill your family, kill everyone you love, and shit
Yeah.
like that. They're
Okay.
pretty.
There's
level-headed.
standards. It's a civilized society
Civilized.
on Minecraft. At
Not
least,
Aussie Rust.
Civilized
Like,
and
fuck,
call
yeah,
me
fucking
Carson in the same sentence.
yeah. As I said, civilized. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that'd be fun. So hopefully I'm gonna be streaming a lot more actually in general. I wanna just kind of take advantage more of my Twitch because it's just so much fun, the live experience. And then I want to kind of like
It's winter now, anyways. You're like stuck inside.
Huh?
It's winter now, anyways. You're like stuck inside half the day, anyways.
I guess it's getting pretty
Yeah.
cold. So yeah,
Opportunity.
I want to stream and I want to start making highlight videos and putting them on my second channel. And then
Third channel.
Yeah.
yeah,
Also fits.
fuck that, dude. It's going on the second. Hopefully it'll be good.
Also Twitch.
Also fits clips.
Let's
Best of
talk.
also fits clips.
Let's talk about the fact that Swagger and Mason aren't here. Just for people who
Oh yeah.
don't or haven't heard, Swagger is in the U.S. We've
Running
talked-
from the police.
He's running from the police.
Yeah.
They're after him. He hasn't paid his taxes. It's a disaster.
We
tried
need to
to
get on
tell
a
him.
plane
Like
like
we
right
tried
now.
to tell him. We were
Yeah.
sorting
He
everything
also
out.
smuggled 10 kilos of cocaine.
so much
into
cocaine.
I think he
Australia.
killed a few guys as well.
Like
Yeah.
literally
Imagine him as a
dozens.
coke guy. It's crazy.
And the worst part is he tried to bring fruit into the country.
Holy
Oh,
shit,
why
dude. He's
would you
fucked. He's
do
not getting
that?
back here.
Yeah.
That's something that you just don't do.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't do that.
Like
Is that a thing in like America? You know, like
bringing fruit in.
I
I think
so,
fruit's
yeah.
the least of their problems.
like the worst thing in the world is if you try and bring fucking fruit into New Zealand. They're like,
Mhm.
The
And
fuck
Australia
is
here,
this?
yeah.
What is this?
An apple? Are you joking?
what the fuck?
Never mind the
trying to get us all
firearms.
killed.
Is that a fucking apple?
As you're walking into the New
Oh my
Zealand
God.
airport, there's signs that are like, "Are you carrying food? double,
No apples.
double,
Are you
double think
carrying
it.
Apples.
An apple left in your backpack could result in 10 years in a federal prison."
Maximum security.
It's like that meme. He's like, "What are you in here for?" "Oh, I brought an apple into the country."
It's
And
it's all about environmental conservation, though.
What an idiot. What an
and
idiot.
Mason is visiting his family at the moment.
Yeah, Mason will hopefully be back soon. We don't know, but Swagger I think is back in 2 episodes time, maybe.
I don't know.
I believe on the 14th.
He won't be back next week, but I'm hoping he'll be back for the next one. But
Yeah,
that's
the
what it
house
is.
must be pretty fucking quiet at the moment.
Yeah, it's so boring. I've just been hanging out at Ryan's sometimes in the
'cause-
evenings.
because obviously I've been working from the office.
Yeah, I've started coming in here now to
Mason
work. I
and
feel like I
Swagger
get
are
more
gone.
work done if you like go drive somewhere.
Oh yeah,
I feel like you're in like a better mindset.
I mean, it's not even. I feel like it's not even necessarily about the driving either. Like just being in an office space where everyone else is working.
Yeah.
When they are working, it's great.
Yeah. And plus,
Yeah.
there's other people here that do editing too. So I'll be like sitting next to Mitchell and I'll be like bouncing ideas off him
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Good environment.
Very cool, guys. Very cool. We have an office. How sick is that?
Yeah, we're
It's
super
gang,
rich.
gang.
Basically,
G.
motherfucking professionals.
Yeah. Feel so professional here.
Let's also just talk real quick about the U2s, which
yeah.
are now all
U2s?
sold out.
Yeah, mine sold out
Gone.
in 7 hours.
Wow, Toby,
Quicker than Swagger.
yours
Misfits.
sold out
Weird
so
flex.
fast. Like you
Yeah.
must be so popular. How did
I'm
that?
insanely popular, and it's totally not because I had less than you guys. It's because I am, even though I have substantially less subs, I am just way more popular.
Guys, thank you so much to everyone who bought our U2's figurines. We're really, really fucking happy with the support you guys showed.
Yeah, and I hope
huge,
you guys are happy with
huge.
what you got.
Yeah,
You should be,
by
because they're
the-
fucking awesome.
By the time this podcast goes out, people might have started receiving them. I can't wait to see the tweets of people being like, "I
Yeah.
got my guy."
People coming on them.
But yeah,
Oh, God.
it was awesome. Toby sold out pretty much instantly. You probably could have afforded to have like quite a few more in stock, but
Yeah.
you know,
But we didn't know.
it's better to be safe than sorry and
Exactly.
not sell them.
Would have been bad if, we had a bunch left over, then
Yeah, that would be awkward.
Yeah.
But no, it went super well. And yeah, guys, thank you for the support on those. It's fucking
Yeah.
lit.
We got some more Misfits ones coming soon.
Yeah, it's true.
Will be dropped too.
Yeah.
Ours will be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I doubt that.
Fuck these guys. We'll be good.
You can't beat this. This is just
Look at
fucking
that.
quality.
Nah.
we got Pink
prove you guys
Trans
wrong.
Fucker. We got Rainbow Gradient Famous Man and Night Fuck.
And
Deep
Night Fuck.
voice,
Night
funny
Fuck.
CS:GO man.
Big fan of
Did
Night
you
Fuck.
just say funny?
Oh yeah, sorry. Just
Deep
deep voice
voice
CS:GO
CS:GO
man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's kind of cool how like now that these models are gone, they're never coming back as well. So anyone who did get one has like a rare item, I guess,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah. Look, I don't know, but there's a chance that there's going to be a resale market. Like if a bunch of YouTubers start doing this and it becomes a big thing, I mean, anyone who bought these, which are 1, 2, and 3
Yeah,
of U2s,
the originals.
you have some pretty exclusive collectibles there that could
Yeah.
be worth some money. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So hang on to them. Maybe
Hang
in
on to
50 years you can sell them for a couple
Rocket
bucks
ship.
extra.
Yeah, you
That'd
might
be
be able
pretty
to
sick.
make like
0.3% increase.
you might be able to buy a
It's a good safe
newspaper.
investment though.
Mm.
Who needs stocks when you got U2s?
Exactly.
I
that
bought
meme,
10,000
stonks.
of them.
Yeah, I mean, you can't buy them anymore, so there's no point us plugging
So if
them.
you got one, good on you.
Let's
If you
fucking-
didn't,
let's stop talking about it.
What's been going on in your life recently, guys?
I feel like we should. I know you hate us talking about cars, but I feel like we should mention what happened that we recorded for the video.
Oh,
come
yeah,
this
let's
weekend,
talk
'cause
about
that's
it.
going to be up on the same day this is. So
If Mitchell,
Is it?
if Mitchell does
I
his
think so,
job,
yeah.
by the time this episode goes
his
out, the car vlog will be up on the Misfits channel. So I'm pretty sure we could talk about this.
yeah.
Yeah.
This has been something that's been in the works for months. It's so old that I had hair when I recorded it.
If you haven't seen the video, stop the podcast now, watch the video, then come back.
Yeah, YouTube.com.
Unless you're fine with spoilers, but I mean, I feel like this is a cool
the car
thing to
had a
see us
spoiler
about.
too, so.
spoilers.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So basically, here's the story, guys. Here's the book to the
Here's
movie.
the tea, sis.
So how did this begin? Was it
Well-
Ryan's idea?
Well, we were talking about how we needed a Misfits car. Well, we didn't need one. We wanted one.
The idea came up like we want a Misfits car. It'd be kind of cool. So-
And it was kind of just something that we mentioned in passing, and then clearly Ryan had been looking for cars.
yes,
And he went to a car dealership.
with you, right? You were there.
No, I wasn't
Oh.
there. It was with Bucks, actually.
Oh, that's right.
And they bought a smart car, but not just any smart car. Any car guys will know that Brabus, the Mercedes tuning company, also makes tuned smart cars.
Why do they do that?
Why not?
Because
It's
it's
for the meme.
it's actually because smart cars are really popular in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, I think small cars are just quite popular there
Makes sense.
in some European places. But yeah, so it's a wide body turbo. It's got a blow off valve.
Oh my
it's
god,
fucking
that was
epic.
so much fun with the dual clutches. It's like,
But yeah, he went and bought a smart car. The Misfits being a house of 6 people, well,
Yes.
a house of 5 people with a Fitz as well.
Hi, Fitz.
So he decided to go and buy a 2-door, 2-seater miniature car, basically a toy.
Yes, he bought this as soon as like pretty much right after I moved to Melbourne as well. So I've like just moved to Melbourne. I'm like, oh man, I need to buy furniture and shit because my apartment's empty. Ryan, like, can we get a car or something to help me like pick up some stuff?
Yeah.
Ryan pulls up to my
I can
house
do that.
in a motherfucking smart car. For people who don't know what a smart car is, you can obviously Google it, but
It's basically 2 doors on wheels.
it's square. more than anything.
imagine a mini coupe, but even smaller. Like it's like a
so hard to
fucking.
describe.
It's so small that I have a photo on my phone of me parking this car in like a car park horizontally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
So-
have you seen that? Have you seen the Incredibles when he's in that car?
Yeah, on
like
his
that's
way to
pretty
work.
much what it's like,
It's-
except like 2 times smaller.
Tiny.
Yeah.
It's a
Did
scene.
you even fit in that thing?
Yeah, I could fit, but I look
He fits.
goofy as fuck. My knees are like up to like,
Feels like an actual clown car, hey?
from the front. You could probably see my knees like up over the dash. Like that's how small this car was. So yeah, my first experiences in Melbourne were driving around in the smart car with Ryan.
Yeah,
you know,
so
who's a
that-
big guy as well.
That's how long ago we bought it.
We bought it a while
bought it
back.
That was back when
When-
Bucks was here. We had like
That's
food
first
poisoning
move.
and all
Yeah,
that shit.
food poisoning.
That's right.
And we decided, you know, it would be a good idea if we not only revealed this car on the vlog, if we just decided, you know what, let's rice it out. Which,
Customize this bitch.
yeah, basically just customize it. So Sam and I were like, all right, let's do this. Let's kit it out. And Sam went out and found a bunch of mods to put on it, and then we brought it home, and we didn't show any of the other Misfits, but we, you know, covered it in chalkboard paint so you can write on it.
It looks crazy, the chalkboard paint.
It actually looks
I
kind
can't
of
believe
cool.
yeah,
It's
how
good,
cool
like
that
the
is.
matte black.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
Yeah, it looks kind of like matte black, but you can ride on it with chalk,
Yeah,
and it
it's
stays there until it
Yeah.
rains, of course, and then it comes off. But
Yeah. We got we plasti dipped the wheels. Each wheel is a different fluorescent color, and we put a big wang on it. Big wang
Tasteful.
gang.
No, we
Big
didn't
woody
put the
wang.
wing on it. We duct taped the wing
Well,
to
no,
it.
the wing actually is on it.
Yeah, but then it started to fall off. You just fucking like
so we
duct
duct
taped
taped
it.
it because it started coming off.
Just scuffed.
Fucking there's like BMW M badges, like a Lamborghini one on the front, like Mercedes ones.
It is an BMW
insane.
M. I put BMW W badge on it.
Yeah.
Put
Dude,
it on
you set the
upside
car to
down.
Wumbo then.
it also has kangaroo balls.
on the
Oh
front,
no, wait,
dangling.
that's what they call them here? Kangaroo balls?
I don't know what they call them here. It's like an Australian thing.
Oh, in the US are truck nuts.
Oh, that's a thing in there
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, they call them truck
What the
nuts.
hell?
I thought it was just the Australian thing.
Oh,
No,
no.
no.
There's
Oh.
insecure people in America too. Fun fact.
We got a
Well, people put-
massive sub in the back.
There's a subwoofer. Yeah, the car rattles as it
Yeah.
goes down the street if you're playing music. There's also a siren on top.
Yeah, you open the door and it's got an air raid siren.
So anytime the door is open, it goes
I
like
believe it also has a
really
police
loud.
siren.
Like a legitimate air raid siren.
You can like talk out of it too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're at the drive-through, just start
It's got
ordering.
everything you could ever need.
Oh
like
my
it's even
God.
got a
There's
coffee
Yeah,
machine.
there's a coffee machine in there.
It's dumb, dude. It's dumb. This little car.
We actually bought an oven in it. When we were out buying parts, we found an oven at one of the car shops. We put it in and we
Yeah, you guys just like
we
rolled
bought
up with like
we bought a bunch of McDonald's and then
Yeah.
we just put all of it in this little oven and we kept it on. And fuck me, it got hot. Like it would burn you so quickly if you just touched it. But yeah, we were driving around with this red hot fucking oven.
What?
it's not a fire hazard.
Whose idea was it to get a fucking oven?
Oh, we just saw it and we're like, we're buying
Oven
it.
for a
have to
car.
get it.
All right, grab it.
That's so dumb. By the way, all of this customization was happening in secret to myself and the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
I think you were probably a little bit aware
Yeah,
of that.
I was helping Sam with it because I don't know, it was fun.
But
I
yeah.
wanted to be part of it.
The rest of us had seen the original car itself, but we didn't know what they were doing to it,
Yeah.
more or less.
They were defiling this poor car.
Now, while we were doing all this and messing around with it, driving it, because it's like a fucking go-kart. It's got a turbo blow-off valve. You can put it, I mean, it's manual, but like not real manual. It hasn't got a clutch. It's
Like a
weird.
semi-automatic.
Yeah. And so it's so much fucking fun. It's just like driving a go-kart on the street. But the engine is fucked now.
It just spews smoke from it.
So
Oh my
much
God.
fucking
So
smoke.
I
much
remember
smoke.
when we were trying to pull it out of the driveway. I was trying to go up the hill originally. I was like flooring it. It was just like
Oh my
literally
God.
just like inching its way up and just smoke pouring out, just filling the cabin too.
You feel high off the fumes within minutes.
You
Yeah.
get carbon monoxide poisoning pretty fast.
I
feel,
lost brain cells in that video. Fun fact.
I think that we have to actually make a video of us planting trees just to offset our carbon emissions because of
Yeah.
how much
Sorry.
pollution this car caused. I feel so bad. It looks horrendous.
We
Like
care for the environment.
We don't drive it, by the way.
No.
It's been in our garage ever
be
since
so
that video.
bad. We're thinking about if it's not too expensive, we might get it fixed. But if it's going to cost us more than like $1,000, couple
We
thousand,
may
It's
have to
definitely
auction
not
it off.
It's
reasonable.
to get it to like working condition, not spew and smoke. It's probably going to take like close to the $10,000, I reckon.
No
surely.
way.
You can
I
get it.
mean-
I mean, it's a tiny engine.
But
all you
it's
have
European
to do is replace
parts,
the
though,
engine.
isn't it? So,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
aren't they expensive? European?
Yeah, but you just got to find a crashed one and take the engine from it.
We're going to have to like wait to see who has a smart car
Yeah.
and then sabotage them and make them crash
Yeah.
and then yoink their engine real quick.
Toby, worst case scenario, you just LS swap it.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It's V8, big beefy V8.
Put a V8 in this
you
car?
could-
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
you
that's
could actually
scary.
put a motorbike engine in it. You could just buy a motorbike engine.
we'll do
that would
that.
probably fit
Like,
in a smart.
how many cc's?
Well, it depends on
How
what
many
you
you
want.
want?
50 cc's.
But fuck, it's so much fun. And it's just a bit fucked now.
Yeah. So the video is basically us, reacting to this car that Ryan and Sam in large part have built. So we walk out, we see it for the first time. It's covered in chalk. It's got like 420 on it. It's got Misfits on it.
It's got neons.
It's got neons under the
Underglow.
bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So illegal.
And
it's insane.
we fuck around a lot on our street with it, and just like we run over a mailbox and kind of obviously pissed off the neighbors with the air raid siren and loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Fucking Mason was like holding on to the top of it. We're driving around the street.
This is a nice
Flooring it over
neighborhood.
speed bumps. That thing handled the speed bumps pretty well.
No,
Yeah.
it did not.
What
You
do you
see
understand
it
that
like
shit?
it
It was
did.
like-
We just watched the video. You can see it like literally just boom, like
Yeah,
almost
it did well.
breaking over the speed
Yeah.
I
bumps.
didn't realize cars could
Horrifically.
be hop.
But people might figure out where we live from this video.
They're
so
going to.
please
Yes, I feel like we should say
don't
that
come
now.
to the house.
Don't come to the house, guys. It's not-
Literally the other day, I was laying in bed at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, my blinds are shut and everything, and in the distance I just hear, "Hey, I'm Notorious."
Wow.
And I'm
I
just
told
laying in
you,
bed. I'm like,
it
what the
was just
fuck?
me
That's scary.
climaxing.
Oh,
I can't climax without shouting Matt's name.
What it do?
What it do?
why not?
But yeah, the car vlog. We haven't seen the final product yet. We don't know how it's going to be, but from what we just saw, it's going to
It's
turn
gonna
out
It's gonna be
amazing.
fucking
Banger. It's
hilarious.
gonna be a banger.
Make sure to check it out if you haven't watched it already.
Yeah.
Please don't visit our house because we know the address is going to be leaked.
Not only did we like react to the car and fuck around with it on our street, we also took it to the McDonald's drive-through.
Oh yeah.
Took it to a lot of places.
Yeah.
We waited till the evening and then yeah. So who drove the car? It was you and
Me,
Swagger,
yeah.
right? Swagger donned his helmet and fucking you guys drove over to the McDonald's drive-through. We were all in the other cars, like kind of trying to get footage, but
Yeah.
we lost you like real
Yeah.
quick. You guys
Yeah.
took like a weird turn at the roundabout. We were like, oh well, there they go.
Yeah.
Then we
I think
pull
we were
up.
like blasting like Tokyo Drift on like the shitty sub, just clipping, just
Yeah.
You guys were filming in the car too, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys got.
It was pretty funny. We were in the car in front of them, and pretty much they were following us. Everyone was following us. You guys, I think, left.
We lost you.
We
yeah.
And-
took a wrong turn.
well,
it was
yeah.
my fault. I'm sorry.
It was okay though because we were in front and we are like, just follow us. We're gonna take you guys home. We just go straight past the police station. Like,
and this thing,
Yeah, it's like, what's
this
Ryan
thing
doing?
has a
He's
lot of
fucking
lost.
illegal
Where are we
mods.
headed?
It's no way this car is street legal, right?
absolutely
no.
not. We just
Neon
wanted to see how
underglow and
it
everything,
reacted.
and the
And that was
undergo,
American driving too. What the fuck? Why'd you
Yeah.
guys trust me doing that illegal shit?
You won't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't get points
I'm
on my license. That's
American.
right.
That's right. So yeah, we pulled up to McDonald's and they got mad at us a little bit for filming, but
Yeah, it was the reason they got mad
Oh,
though
yeah.
was because one of our camera guys was standing in the drive-through, and they were
Mhm.
like, "You can't stand there." That was
Yeah,
the only reason.
they were very
mad.
reasonable to be
And
fair.
also,
They didn't
Also,
want
I
us.
think,
Also, Swagger
there's people
filmed
under 18 there
in
too
there.
sometimes, so you can't film.
Where's Swagger fucking filmed in the McDonald's
Yeah.
like a fucking idiot?
Well,
Can't
That's
do
why he's
that.
banned
it's
from
fair. I think
Australia.
in America you can do that, right?
Yeah, but you shouldn't.
Depends.
Just
Yeah.
because you can do something doesn't
Free
mean you
country.
should.
Yeah, but
Free
there's a lot of
country.
videos of people fucking around in drive-throughs and filming
Yeah,
the
true.
employees.
Mhm.
It's fair to understand why he might not have thought about it. But yeah, they got a little pissed. But that's fine. We got the footage. Like whatever. The employees won't be in the video. They'll be blurred if we use it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got our Macca's. We went home, and the car by the time we got home was pretty much busted.
Yeah.
Pretty much completely broken down and no longer usable. Where is it now? Is it just around the
It's still in our
steps?
garage.
Ryan,
Still
it's-
just
Oh,
sitting
oh
there.
wait, it's in ours.
Yeah, which is kind of worrying because we had the house inspection like a week ago, and it's still just sitting in there. So I'm curious.
How did the
that
house
went.
inspection go? Did they
I
have any
wasn't there for that. I think Chris was
okay.
there.
I
Be
wonder, what,
interesting to see how he explained that
I
one.
wonder what the fuck your landlord thinks.
Well, no, the
Like, really?
What
landlord
is this?
The landlord doesn't mind us. The real estate agent doesn't like us.
why,
And-
why would they? I guess because they're the one trying to
Yeah, so
sell the house. And
the agent does the inspection. The first inspection was the owner, and she was like, "Yeah, this is all fine." And we had fucked up the house quite a bit by that point. And then
still
the
had
real
cunt on the
estate
bench
agent,
still.
and she apparently isn't as nice.
right. I guess she has the job of
Yeah.
getting it to a new tenant when you guys move out.
Yeah.
I reckon we just rock paper scissors her for the house.
Yeah, true.
I, when you just said rock paper scissors her, my mind just went a different place.
I reckon we just fucking scissor her for the house.
So yeah, that's the car vlog. It's
Go watch it.
I-
Like, subscribe.
It's fucking awesome.
You gonna get your car wrapped, Fitz?
I think I am gonna get my car
Oh
wrapped.
shit!
I
Like
I
color
was just DMing a wrap company here that I'm gonna get mine done.
Do you think they're the best company in town?
Probably, yeah.
Cool. I'll go with your recommendation because yeah, I think I want to get my car wrapped in satin black.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get some 22s on the wheels, also black,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I might want to get the windows tinted as well. What's the deal with window tinting? Is that like legal or
Yeah, it's legal
there
to a
problems?
certain percentage of tint.
Is it kind of a dumb thing to do though? Or-
If you're driving, it's
No.
nice.
Because currently, like the windows are very clear, like you can see through it no problem. I kind of wouldn't mind having it be a little more
means
stealth.
it'll be darker at night to look out, but I mean, you don't look out your side windows that
That's
often
Tesla. It
anyway.
drives itself. It'll be
And I
fine.
mean, that's why they have the laws around it so that you don't go so
Yeah.
dark that you can't see.
Can you tint the windshield as well, or just the
No,
side?
the front
windows?
has to be clear.
I think in some countries you can. I
Yeah.
don't know what it's like
well,
in Australia.
Well, if I can't tint the windshield, then I might not bother because it would probably look weird, like a
I'm
continuous.
gonna tint mine.
Oh yeah.
I'm tinting. I'll tint all the windows, and I'm gonna get a full wrap and some black accents.
So what are you going to
Just
get
give
for
it
the
a
wrap?
light
Just like a
tint.
solid color?
I'm gonna try and figure out a way to. I'm gonna try and find a pink that won't look tacky as fuck. I think it'll be hard, but I'm gonna
pink.
try. Yeah.
Like
Like a
vibe-
hot pink or
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Make the fucking Barbie mobile.
I-
Whatever.
I don't want to take it to the extreme where it just looks terrible,
Right.
which will be pretty hard. I mean, I think if you got like a deep metallic pink, it could look pretty
yeah,
sick.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
And glitter on it.
Yeah.
Yo, you can get
Glitter
the
rims.
personalized
Can you
plates.
add, like,
you
the
can get
little,
is so funny.
The streamers like they have on the end of bicycle bar handles. Put those on the wheels.
Put a little basket on
Yeah.
the front
Yeah.
bumper.
But I
Some
think
tassels.
I think it could actually look pretty fucking cool because pink, like you never see pink cars
Yeah.
because it looks so bad.
It'll
But
stand
I reckon
out.
if you can find a pink that doesn't look bad, it'll look cool.
Yeah.
And if you
I
offset
agree.
it with black accents, it'll look cool. I want to black out the roof and stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to stealth out. I'm going to get the chrome delete as well and get rid of all the chrome,
Oh, shit.
black that out. So
Yeah.
it's going to look pretty badass, I reckon.
Stealth as fuck. I was just talking about I was talking to Sam because I looked out the window and you can see my car and Sam's car parked at the office, and I was like, man, if Fitz gets his car wrapped and then Matt gets whatever car he ends up getting, like
It'll be
all
a
of them-
flex.
It'll just look it'll look like a fucking car meet. It'll
It
be
actually
so cool.
will with all the cars
Yeah.
we'll have. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have my license, and I'm
Jay just pulls up in an Uber.
21 years old.
You know, no one needs their license anymore, dude. Uber is just the best.
Uber everywhere.
I
But-
think that they were saying like how much it owns or the cost to own a car in Melbourne, like per month. Usually it is cheaper just like Ubering everywhere.
It must
For
be.
Wow.
maintenance, gas, registration,
I mean,
insurance,
I-
it does that up.
Yeah.
I drive to the office every day, but if I wasn't a car guy, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's a way. It's very
Oh,
much
no
just a
way.
luxury, and if it's something you enjoy doing.
I just love driving, and it's
Yeah.
just a really nice way for me to unwind at the end of the day.
Yeah. I love driving as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about tinting the headlights? That's retarded, right? Like,
That-
I
isn't
don't want to
that
do
illegal?
it. But isn't that like
Depends
dumb?
if you do like a certain color, maybe. I don't
Oh,
know if that's like
what's
legal or not
yeah.
though.
I think tinting it's
It
okay.
can look okay.
Doesn't Sam and his kind of like tinted? I was looking at his car just before when I went in. And I think
His,
they're
like yellow.
they just look like gray.
His
don't know.
rear tail lights are blacked out. Yeah.
Because isn't it surely that's like one of the things that I always see people getting shit for is like, why would you do that? It's so unsafe. Like
Well,
the headlights are supposed to be bright.
I mean, when you brake, you can see it, but I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'm not personally a fan of it. I think it can look okay on some cars.
I wasn't gonna do it. I was just curious as to what your opinion was. Yeah, guys, cool. Wrapping cars, fucking sick.
Welcome back to the
Cars,
car
dude.
podcast.
Just talk about M3 wraps the whole
Beards, strippers, and cars.
I
time.
like
So
it.
masculine.
Hell
Such a big switch up from last week's episode. Were there any? Let's go full circle. I want to take it back to the trans stuff.
You got it, boss.
Transmission.
Trans.
Yeah, I got a manual trans.
I love trannies. I love working on trannies.
Matt.
That's short for transmission, not the offensive one.
Be careful
Matt,
what you say.
It was a joke. Tranny is also a short new
Guys,
version for
Matt is
transmission.
cancelled. Okay, you guys.
Guys, I'm canceling Matt.
No. How did you feel overall about the response? I mean, it was so overwhelmingly
Oh,
positive.
it was insanely positive.
Did you cry? Did you cry reading the comments? You're not
No,
emotional, so you
I'm
wouldn't
not
cry.
emotional.
Were there any questions, other questions that people
I
asked
thought
you?
of one, but then I forgot about it.
You don't have to think about it if you don't want.
Yeah.
I wish.
mean-
I honestly probably should have thought of some questions beforehand because it'd be good to follow up a little bit.
Was the reaction what you thought it would be?
No, it was a lot more positive than I was
Really?
expecting.
Really?
Holy shit.
Oh.
I kind of
yeah.
knew as soon as I saw her. I was like, oh, they're gonna love this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously there were a couple people that were like, you're wrong, Toby. This is not right.
They were just like, bruh.
This is a sin. You're going to hell.
One person started the sentence as all retarded questions do with, I actually study philosophy. And basically was like, yeah, Toby, you're fucking wrong. And then I replied to him with articles explaiing where the things.
Don't even reply to
the
them.
facts.
Fuck that.
No, I just
They're
replied
the kind
because
of
I thought
people
it was
where
funny.
like, they won't even listen, you know?
I mean, he deleted his comment.
Oh, there you go.
You win.
And
It's
then there was someone else who was like one of my best friends is trans, and you're like, everything you said on this podcast is wrong. And I'm like, well, that's because it's a, everyone
personal
experiences things in
experience.
different ways.
Yeah, it's so stupid. You really shouldn't concern yourself with comments like
no.
that because
I just found them funny.
I know the impulse to reply to idiotic comments. We talked about comments last week. Like the worst kind of comment is when someone is just so wrong and you know they're wrong and it's about something that affects you and you just
Yeah.
want to tell them.
Yeah.
Like, actually, bitch.
I hate reading those comments where it's like they think they know what they're talking about. Like they try to judge, like, even sometimes if like crack jokes between each other, they're like, oh, he fucking hates him or some shit like this. And they'll like try to like read into
Yeah.
shit and like be so certain about it too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I will say it's pretty bold of you to disagree with a philosophy major. Toby.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, we all know that's a pretty serious.
I'm going to be honest, I read his comment and basically decided, I must be wrong.
Yeah, you
And,
looked in the mirror, you're like, man,
I've decided that I'm not going to follow through on anything.
That one stranger on the internet, he fucking set me right. He
Dude,
showed
he
me his
studied
ways.
12 years
Yeah.
on Reddit.
He read a philosophy paper once.
At 3 a.m.
I think he watched a YouTube video or something, and
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
now he's.
But
He read an article headline. Now he knows.
the response in general was insanely positive.
Yeah.
Like I was
That's good.
expecting a little bit of like
Oh,
I
this
mean,
is
not even-
questionable, but we support you kind of thing, or
Well, there are
Yeah.
a few comments that are like, I'm a religious person, but I, support you.
Yeah, a lot of it was like, I don't understand this at all.
Yeah,
Mm.
which
but
is
I
fair.
support you.
That's very.
Yeah,
I,
that's a
I
good
think
mindset to have.
Yeah.
I think that is a very good
Yeah.
mindset to have. There's so many things that I don't think our audience is that old. They're not like young kids or anything, but they're kind of our age.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that we don't know, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think it's very bold to assume that you kind of know how anything is at this age. So it's a good mentality to have in general. It's just like, look,
Totally.
I don't understand this, but thank you for sharing your perspective. I'll
Yeah.
take that on board and I'll figure it out in my own time.
And I mean, I thought it was kind of important to talk about because I mean, like, there's no one in the YouTube gaming community that's talked about this shit, and people.
And-
It's like people need to, well, not need to learn, but like people want to know.
Because like a big thing is gaming is sometimes an escape for people. So
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like it could be somewhat of like a bit of a hard thing to talk about for that.
Yeah.
Like who knows? A lot of people might be going through it.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are just gamers, and that's why
And
would they
that,
share
yeah.
anything else? Because they're just
Yeah.
gamers. But
Yeah.
I think this podcast has kind of resulted in us talking about a lot of things that we otherwise wouldn't in other
Yeah.
avenues of our content. I guess
Yeah.
it might be different for you because you stream, so that's kind of more of an open dialogue. But
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there was also like really surprising amount of people in my like Twitter DMs and stuff that were like, hey, like I'm trans as well. And
That's
this was
awesome.
like huge amount of our audience is trans.
yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, even just people who are kind of young
Questioning.
and questioning and
Yeah.
thinking about things, like it's,
You
Yeah.
have a bit of
Yeah.
support, like seeing your idols doing that sort of thing, speaking
Yeah.
out about it
Yeah.
can help.
how you feel about being an idol, Toby?
Yeah.
Oh, I've always been an idol.
you're literally an idol now. You even have a little idol thing.
Yeah, pretty epic
I mean,
stuff.
Yeah. It's still like, there's still like some things that like when people talk about it, it's like uncomfortable because, it hasn't been out for so long that like when someone talks about something that, used to be, I mean, no one really knew about it. It can be like, oh, this is almost hard to talk about sometimes.
Yeah.
Even though I've already talked about it on the podcast.
Right. No, I get that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, whatever, dude. That's good.
Whatever, fucker.
Whatever. It's
Freaking
cool. I mean,
whatever.
Pride Month's over, so there's really no need for you to be here anymore.
Yeah. No, I get it.
It was fun.
We're gonna
like,
change
talking
the
about it.
rainbow logo back to just plain black now. Stuff
Just-
that
yeah.
out.
just an
Pride
Arial
Month's
font.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
You know,
So many comments were like, hey, if he transitions, like what would he do if he like woke up after a night out and he was in bed with one of the Misfits? It's like, well, it would just never happen.
You know what else I noticed was
hypothetically.
a few people pointed out that on a previous episode of the podcast, can't remember what one, Mason shared a hilarious dream about having sex with you in a female form. All right. If you haven't listened to that episode, that probably sounds weird. And it is weird.
manifested it.
But it's just so funny how he kind of had this hilarious
Yeah.
meme of a dream.
Yeah.
He talked about it on the podcast, and then
I mean,
Like, that'll never happen.
he's
right?
literally
Yeah.
a prophet.
well, I think part of why that dream was implanted in his head is because sometimes I'll be talking to him and something will come up and he'll be like, yeah, I mean, like, and I'll bring up the trans stuff to
Mm.
him, and I think he kind of, but very loosely,
Yeah.
and I think that kind of implanted it in his brain almost, where it was like, yeah,
Yeah, that's how dreams work. It's always like pieced together from little
Yeah.
bits from reality.
yeah,
Yeah. Speaking of like comments and stuff, I want to talk about, this is like just something I want to bring up because I want a topic to talk about.
Yeah.
But the U2's figurines, I received like a lot of comments being like, Fitz, you must feel so bad that you didn't sell out your toy and Swagger
yeah.
Souls and Toby sold out.
Wait, you don't?
I've been
feel
getting
bad
that
about
all the
Huh?
time.
You don't feel bad about that?
Jay, like, they actually cut me so deep that I think I just had a flashback to
It's like fucking middle school. That one
middle
guy
school.
just
I was
like,
like, dude, Jay, don't be such a bully.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but like it was just so odd to me because I woke up
Yeah.
and obviously I was a little disappointed that I didn't sell out like instantly. It took me a
Yeah.
couple of days, but like people seem to assume that like I would be just destroyed over the fact that Swagger sold out before me.
Yeah,
When
Absolutely
it's like-
not like that.
and it's like I don't understand like how. Because for me, when I saw Swagger sell out, the first thing I did was message him and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, congrats on
Yeah,
selling out." It
congratulations.
wasn't even a
Exactly.
thought of like, "Oh my god, he's better than me." Like, what am I gonna do, man? Like, what the fuck? It was just very weird reading tweets like that and assuming that would be a normal perspective to have.
being the smallest misfit, I get that a fuckload.
Right.
People go,
So awful.
people go, oh, it must suck that like, you know, all your friends have like way more subs than you and stuff. And
Yeah.
like, how does it feel, you know, when Fitz gets like a bunch of subs in a week and it's like, what do you mean?
It's
I'm
such
just
a-
happy for
yeah,
it.
It's such a
exactly.
toxic mindset that people have where it's like, you don't even compare yourself to others, but they'll do it for you.
Yeah.
It's so
Because
odd.
people
Yeah.
just like
I'm
starting shit. I
supportive
feel
of
like.
my friends.
I think it's a very middle school kind of mentality
Yeah.
where
Yo, bro, how do you feel about blah, blah, blah? It's like you just read that shit so much.
yeah, they just
Yeah.
So
assume
toxic.
that you'd be jealous of your friend's success or
Yeah.
that you would, feel negative about it.
If anything, it's motivation.
Yeah,
Sure.
well, when Swagger's like, first of all, I saw Swagger's 3 mil special, and I was like, dude, this is a fucking great video. If you guys haven't watched that, by the way, go check it out.
Masterpiece.
And not only was it a great video, but it was also just a fantastic commercial for his YouTube figurine because he incorporated it so well into the vid, and it was so funny.
Yeah.
And it's no surprise that people just ate the shit up of those toys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also was just like, none of us really knew how it was going to do. I'm just fucking stoked that it went as well as it did.
Yeah.
So.
Beautiful pieces of art.
Yeah.
Right there.
Ours will be better though. They were just the test
Yeah.
run.
You keep
So
saying that,
ours is
Matt,
the real deal.
and
So
it's just not true at all.
I mean, I'm hoping we can have a series too. you know?
I'm thinking that we'll probably drop some more models in the future.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more raunchy this time around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just all of them full nude.
Yeah.
I was
Man
thinking
Toby and
Patreon
female
only
Toby.
models.
I was thinking more like maybe me holding a bong or something, but full nude works.
We can have my one. You can take the penis off.
It's like modular. It comes in a separate, like a little bag.
Comes on ice.
This is
love
a weird
that.
question that I just thought of because of what you just said. It's probably a horribly ignorant question and ridiculous.
Shoot, I love questions like that.
So with transgender surgery,
Yeah.
and the bottom surgery,
Just a side note: never look up transgender.
I don't want to.
It's fucking horrific.
I'm sure that it's like a
I
rather
think I'm
gruesome.
thinking the same thing, but
Like the dick isn't. It's like how do you? Like,
Yeah.
What is it?
it's like
I think it's
inverted.
like-
It goes like so. It's not
Yeah.
gone
that
because all the nerves are important, right?
yeah. I mean, they want you to still feel it, so they.
So it's like it goes.
I mean, see, I can't look at that either. So,
Yeah.
but from what I understand, they like cut it down the middle and invert it.
okay,
So like, you,
like a okay. So because I was like, in my ignorance, I was. For some reason,
like
I
they
thought
don't
like,
get a
do
pair
they
of
cut it
scissors
off?
and,
I was like, and if so, do you keep it?
that's what I was thinking.
But then I was like,
mounted on a wall.
But then,
Like-
then I remember like, oh no, of course, like they need
Yeah.
the nerves are important for the feeling of it, so
I mean,
it goes like in.
I had this joke with one of my friends.
Sorry.
It was like, if I ever do it, I should get a mold of my penis so that I can actually go. Fuck
Don't say
myself.
that. Don't.
Holy
Don't
shit!
my
Go fuck
God.
yourself.
Oh my god!
Maybe I will.
Fine.
Yeah.
But
Sorry about that, guys. In the
Sorry, I had
audience.
to get that image in your head, but
Had to
I've been
share
getting weirdly. I was saying to Ryan the other day, I've been getting ads for plastic surgery
that. Really.
Google
out of
Who
nowhere.
knows?
Listen.
Out of
Google's
nowhere.
always listening.
Google's
always
listening.
is.
Well, a lot of people I think on the YouTube app got like ads relating to gay pride or sex and stuff like that in general. Which
Yeah.
that we know that's how YouTube works. It's
Yeah.
based on the content of the video and the tags
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, the thing about the phones listening is definitely exists, right?
No,
One
I think
100%.
it would use like way too much battery and way too much data, and it'd be a lot to just like upload it to a server and have it process all that.
Nah, he's a
And
fucking
very
idiot.
illegal.
He's a
He's
fucking
just
idiot.
wrong.
I think I just think the AI programs behind advertising is just that smart to
No,
figure it out.
no, because you'll be. I mean, have you ever done the test where you'll sit there? You don't have a dog.
Exactly.
You don't have a fucking dog or any pets at all, and you go, all right, let's test it. You talk to your friend about having a dog, and then all of a sudden you get ads for dog food.
Yeah.
Like
It
these,
happens
It
just too
fucking
much.
happens.
I don't know if there's been any like proper tests that are like scientifically
Yeah.
sound, because that's a anecdotal test, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But there have been a lot of tests like that, and it always happens.
Yeah.
It always
I
comes
mean,
up.
there was one story originally. I think one time a dad had a daughter, and he was signed up for emails from Target, and all of a sudden it said like, "Hey, congratulations on the baby," and he started getting like shit for like paternity
Whoa.
and stuff like that. And he was like talking to his daughter. He's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And apparently, just from her browsing habits, it figured out that she was pregnant before the dad even realized.
Wow, that's
Dude.
crazy.
Google knows all.
Gang.
I mean,
Imagine
yeah,
that being the way you find out that your daughter's pregnant, though.
you just start seeing
Just
ads
an
for it.
email.
Or yeah, no,
Oh, shit.
apparently
Your
he was like
daughter's
all
pregnant.
pissed off and he emailed them. He's like, this is horseshit, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. And they apologize. We're sorry. And then like weeks later, he's like, okay, I'd like to apologize. Apparently she actually is pregnant. Like he didn't even know.
Jeez.
Do you know that you can do pregnancy tests online now?
Really?
Yeah. You just click a button and it tells you if
You
you're
just pee
pregnant.
on your computer.
You just pee in the in the disk bay.
No, you
on
might
the
need to get the
floppy disk.
get the fucking SD card slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure if the microphone thing is true. It's definitely true on the
Yeah.
browsing history. That makes sense. That Google
Yeah.
would collect
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I
and
mean that just makes sense.
give it back to you. But the microphone thing is kind of trippy.
Mm.
It seems like I don't know. I think you're wrong. I think it is true.
I think
At
it
least
is.
to some extent.
I'll say I don't know. It's very I think it's most likely because of how well those
Yeah.
algorithms are for that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like I don't know, but I believe it's true. And
Mhm.
what you said about you don't think the technology is there yet.
Oh, it's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
there and above.
I reckon that the
think.
government has access to technology that we don't even fucking know about.
Yeah, I
yet.
agree.
Oh yeah,
with
that's
that.
the best way to tell is like look at what
Shit's
the
scary.
military is doing, and then look at civilian use. Civilian use is always like 30 years behind what the military is doing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the government jerks off to my deep fakes.
You have
That
deep
scares
fakes?
me. How crazy those have gotten now. That's crazy.
Deep
Yeah,
fakes, scary.
we've talked about.
I think we have talked.
Black
about
Mirror
those.
hasn't done an episode on deepfakes.
They need to.
True.
I was so sure they were going to do one for this newest season, but
It doesn't
no.
matter.
so
They
they just
made
made one
it.
on
Easy
trash.
episode.
It doesn't matter. They made an episode on Miley Cyrus being a little robot.
I
so,
stand.
like
I love Siley Myris.
it's a
Slightly
10 out of
biased.
10.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys,
I think it's been an hour.
we should wrap it up.
Probably should.
I
Can I plug my
bet.
video?
No.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's been over a month since.
Okay.
I've
Thank you
uploaded.
guys for listening.
Fuck off.
Appreciate it.
iNotorious on YouTube. It's been like over a month since I uploaded last. Gonna have one up.
Yeah,
probably
I have a
Friday,
normal
Saturday,
upload
so-
schedule. Toby on the telly. If you want content regularly, sub to me.
Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv actually. But yeah, no, for sure, go
Yeah,
check out Matt's
Check
video.
out Matt's
For
vlog.
sure.
I'm sure it'll be a
100%.
bang. It's about like us having a drunken night. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was like, oh, when
It's
was that?
Very
It's just
scary.
a bad night of
We-
us drinking.
We talked about it on the podcast. It was the episode where we talked about Jay being hysterical while drunk and Mason
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
Hungry Jack's makes the
It's
best
the
burgers.
best.
It's
Burgers.
like
Yeah, I have so
didn't
much footage from
think
that
the
night.
footage. I didn't know that any of it was being recorded. So this is a side of me
I'll
that
send it around to
should have
everyone
been
to get.
deleted from the earth and the universe.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get approval
Yeah,
from
yeah.
everyone.
I'll
Matt.
send it around to everyone. I think y'all enjoy
I'm
it.
scared.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure you guys check that out.
Yeah.
Jay, got anything you want to plug?
No.
Code Creamy?
No.
No, nothing.
No,
What a
nothing.
what a
Mick
humble
Creamy
guy.
on
I'm humble.
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter,
this guy.
Twitch. Go follow him on all
Jay,
of them.
Jay's so successful that he just doesn't need it.
I don't need
Big
it.
That's the
flex.
real flex right there.
Jay just shows up,
Yeah.
cracks a couple jokes.
He's just like, yeah, I'm here. I'm Jay. I'm on the podcast. Yeah. That's all he does.
Guys, I'm ending the episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out the Misfits podcast
Why'd you
clips
kiss the
channel.
mic there?
What?
Sounded like you kissed the mic there.
I did.
Oh,
Let's give him a little
sorry.
Giving the
smooch.
audience.
Sorry.
the-
Yo, and if you don't kiss me back, you're gay.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait, what?
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.